Immigrants.
Teha. Welcome to the grand collaboration.
Immigrants. How this child grew up to become the 47th President of the United States. That is the best of America.
It is. That is the best of America. USA. USA. USA.
You know, let me tell you this. This election isn't about us and them. It's about you and me. And what we want our futures to look like. There are choices to be made when we cast our ballot. Now, there's a certain candidate that says if we just go to the polls this one time, that we'll never have to do it again. Well, you know what?
Oh.
You're looking at a registered independent who's proud to vote again and again and again because I'm an American and that's what Americans do. Voting is the best of America. And I have always, since I was eligible to vote, I've always voted my values. And that is what is needed in this election now more than ever. So I'm calling
Scarlet Axe of Asymmetry has been added to your appearance collection.
all you independents.
A buyer has been found for your auction of bottled storm.
And all you
Sapphire Axe of Asymmetry has been added to your appearance collection.
undecideds.
Sapphire Warblade has been added to your appearance collection. Scarlet Shanker has been added to your appearance collection. Sapphire Shanker has been added to your appearance collection.
That values
Scarlet Warblade has been added to your appearance collection.
character matter
Simple
most
Sapphire Wand has been added to your appearance
of all.
collection. Simple Scarlet Wand has been added to your appearance collection.
In
Blade Master's Azure
leadership
Stones has been added to your appearance
and
collection.
in life. And more than anything, you know this is true, that decency and respect are on the ballot in 2024.
Yep.
And just plain common sense. Common sense tells you that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz can give us decency and respect. They're the ones that give it to us. So, we are Americans. We are Americans. Let us choose loyalty to the Constitution over loyalty to any individual. Because that's the best of America. And let us choose optimism over cynicism, because that's the best of America. And let us choose inclusion over retribution. Let us choose common sense over nonsense. Because that's the best of America.
You sense a nearby spiriting GLYPH.
And let us choose the sweet promise of tomorrow over the bitter return to yesterday. We won't go back. We won't be set back, pushed back, bullied back, kicked back. We're not going back. Not going back.
The Council Ward summons. Council Ward Merrick's requests your presence in his office. He received the documents you left and would like to discuss the steel. Request accepted. The Council Ward summons.
Let us choose truth. Let us choose honor. And let us choose joy.
Joy. Choose joy.
Because that's the best of America.
It is the best of America. Joy. Oh, did an Inside Out 2 come out? Is Inside Out 2 on is Inside Out 2 on Blu-ray yet? Digitally, August 20th. That was 3 days ago. I get to see Inside Out 2. When I go to bed, I'm going to watch Inside Out 2, I think. That's going to be amazing. Joy.
Let us choose freedom. Why? Because that's the And together, let's all choose Kamala Harris!
Agitated machine speaker.
Agitated machine speaker says, why haven't we heard more about Taylor?
Good shit. Mic drop. Let
High
America
speaker says,
smile
we are currently
again.
investigating. You would be wise to avoid that distant destination.
DNC is full of nonsense.
Here's what I want people to know about
All of the people in the chat are Trumpers. All of them.
walls. Well,
And they're like watching and just hate watching. What grievance? What grievance are we talking about here? Oh.
Agitated machine speaker.
Sensor nearby skirting GLYPH. High Speaker X says, Earth and above us have fought that battle, and we've recovered from our own minor raid. High Speaker's guard says, no further questions. Return to your assigned duties. Praise the High Speaker. Agitated Machine Speaker says, ridiculous. Traditionalist Machine Speaker says, HMPH. Reassured Machine Speaker says, the High Speaker is doing all he can. Traditionalist Machine Speaker says, the longer we're away from the awakening machine, the more this discontent is going to grow. Traditionalist Machine Speaker says, and that's why we need an awakening machine. Recharge the body, refocus the mind.
Excellent. Now we're starting to make some progress. Experience gained, 11,000. Received 23 gold, 40 silver. The tunnel's end. So we're hearing more rumors about Tail Lock. The town and its mine are responsible for ore production. Apparently, we haven't received shipments in weeks, and the town's foreman has disappeared. Now the High Speaker is discouraging anyone from traveling there. That tells me we should investigate. And of course, if people are hurting, then we should help them. Investigate the rumors about Tail Lock. Quest accepted. The tunnel's end.
Moira Furisan says, I'll speak with the council in Dortno Hall. They need to hear about this. Daygran Furisan 2 says, in the meantime, I want to investigate Taylock. Something about those missing shipments. Magni Bronzebeard says, I'm coming with you, lad. Brinth, we'll be back soon. Traditionalist Machine Speaker says, there was a time when workers focused on work. We have procedures for a reason. You sensor nearby skirting GLYPH.
Oh. I have an interrogator. But is he the only one? Yeah, he's the only one. Interrogator is perfect. He's perfect. Alright.
On cold, dark wings. You came down the doorway, right? From up top? Toki chuckles. They have it easy, those city earthen. Down here, death comes for you from all around. From below. From above. You look like you've killed a fair few beasts in your time. Care to add another to the list? Track down the ringing death in Gundargaz.
Yeah, this is a good place to be.
On cold, dark wings. You came down the doorway, right? From up top? Toki chuckles. They have it easy, those city earthen. Down here, death comes for you from all around. From below. From above. You look like you've killed a fair few beasts in your time. Care to add another to the list? Quest accepted. Uncle, dark wings.
Everybody at Mankato West High School loved Tim Walls.
Yeah, I mean, Tim was jovial.
When he would start teaching, it was like full contact teaching. You could not help but be interested in what he was talking about.
He seemed to care about everybody in his class.
He knew everyone's name.
He wanted to know what interested you, how to engage you, what you were excited about, what you're feeling bad about.
Mr. Walls was my geography and social studies teacher.
Mr. Walls was my football coach.
My middle school basketball coach, when we were doing the high school play The Nerd, he was the person building the sets.
I don't think that there has ever been a moment where I've seen Tim exhausted from giving or engaging. He always seems like that person that's got the never-ending gas tank who can keep going.
When I decided to come out as gay, we started the Gay Straight Alliance. Tim Walls was the faculty advisor.
We saw him
Aww.
as a teacher, but
Hells
a
yeah.
and a leader.
Mr. Walls was a really big part in helping build this community, and he's a big reason why I became a teacher myself. It was inspiring being in his classroom.
Woo!
Please welcome Maryland Governor Wes Moore.
Shit plays like easy jazz, like he's strolling in a mall or something like that. This shit is so contrived. It's hilarious. But I mean, hey, at least they're trying. They know what people want. I think people want this, I would say. Definitely. Wow, that thing is fucking sweet. I forgot about these. Yeah, the fucking rock.
A fire has been found for your auction of Whispering Stargazer.
Those things were so cool. Might be fun to be a BM hunter.
New home, new candle. Janky hears there are giant fire bees on surface.
Cobalt cleanup. New home little shabby. Not good, full of fun stuff and good bits shabby.
They're better. God
You
damn
sense a
it.
nearby spirit in GLYPH.
Oh, there is a roof? There's like a roof. Okay. Oh no, what's happening now? You never did pull out your weapons, I guess? Okay, why? For fuck's sake. Now, at least it's a drummer. Why?
Discovered tail lock. 1,375 experience gained.
Injured machine speaker says, intruders. The beasts. Inside.
Beasts inside. The residents of Taylor might need our help. Help me keep an eye on Dagran, Skycatlive. He's read a lot of stories about thrilling adventures, but he hasn't seen what we've seen. And something seems off.
Dagran Furisan 2 says, did he just shut down?
The tunnel's end. Experience gained 8,250.
I need to buy
Received 17
a
gold, 55 silver.
Vermilion cloak, and that's gonna be really fucking expensive. That's the next thing I'm gonna work towards money for. I wish I could buy Gil, frankly. Better grease those walls, motherfucker. Got caught a lot right there.
We don't go to Talek. This troubled machine speaker was here to do something. But what? It looks like something really did some damage to him. We shouldn't dally. We need to head into Talek and look for the foreman. Can you clear the entryway into the town? Someone could get her. Clear the entrance to Talek of encroaching beasts.
Quest accepted. We don't go to Taillock.
Dayground Furisan 2 says, why are all these creatures here? What happened? Magni Bronzeviev says, this isn't one of your books, lad. Watch your step. You receive loot, unusable fragment. You receive loot, unusable fragment. You receive loot, unusable fragment. You receive loot, unusable fragment.
You are no longer rested.
You receive loot, clump of rotting detritus. You receive loot, handful of smooth pebbles. You receive loot, pungent mushroom. You receive loot, charged fragments. You receive loot, clump of rotting detritus. You receive loot, handful of smooth pebbles. You receive loot, unusable fragment. You receive loot, handful of smooth pebbles. You receive loot, unusable fragment. You receive loot, handful of smooth pebbles. You receive loot, unusable fragment. You receive loot, unusable fragment. You receive loot, handful of smooth pebble X2. You receive loot, unusable fragment. You receive loot, unusable fragment. Dayground Furisan 2 says, this looks like the foreman's office. But where's the foreman?
There's not much to see in the foreman's office. If we want answers, we'll need to search the town.
We don't go.
Ghost of the company town. The foreman isn't here. Obviously. But the evidence points to her being here recently. So perhaps she's still nearby. We should go further into town and see if anyone has any idea where she might be. Or maybe someone else can give us the answers we need. Maybe we'll find out on our own. Maybe it was some sort of attack or some kind of... Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go investigate. Use the investigate ability to find clues about what happened in Talek.
Receive 23 gold, 40 silver.
You receive item, Earthen Traveler COIF.
Quest accepted. Ghost of the company town.
Magnet Bronzebeard. We must always remember our duty to Azroth.
Magni Bronzeviev says, Dayground, lad. I'm concerned about you. Dayground Furisan 2 says, what's wrong, Granda? Magni Bronzeviev says, it does my heart good to see you so excited about this, but I'm concerned about your safety. Magni Bronzeviev says, you've got a good eye for solving problems, lad, but not for danger. You've got a brave heart, but you're reckless. Magni Bronzebeard says, sometimes I think you're so distracted figuring things out that you leap before you look. Daygran Furisan 2 says, I'll be careful. And Granda, I'm also worried about you. Magni Bronzebeard says, me. What do you mean? Daygran Furisan 2 says, you also seem distracted. Sometimes you're angry. Like it hurts. Like it's all too much. Magni Bronzebeard says, I've had a burden to bear for too long. I just don't want you to get hurt, lad. Daygran Furisan 2 says, that's how adventures work sometimes, Granda. And not just in books. Daygran Furisan 2 says, tell you what, I'll learn to be more cautious. And you'll try to enjoy an adventure now and then. Magni Bronzebeard says, lad, I'll enjoy them even more when I'm with you. It's a deal.
Magna Bronzebeard. We must always remember our duty to Azroth.
Magni Bronzebeard says, Daygran, lad, I'm concerned about you. Daygran Furisan 2 says, what's wrong, Granda? Magni Bronzebeard says, it does my heart good to see you so excited about this, but I'm concerned about your safety. Magni Bronzebeard says, you've got a good eye for solving problems, lad, but not for danger. You've got a brave heart, but you're reckless. Magni Bronzebeard says, sometimes I think you're so distracted figuring things out that you leap before you look. Daygran Furisan 2 says, I'll be careful. And Granda, I'm also worried about you. Magni Bronzebeard says, me. What do you mean? Daygran Furisan 2 says, you also seem distracted. Sometimes you're angry. Like it hurts. Like it's all too much. Magni Bronzebeard says, I've had a burden to bear for too long. I just don't want you to get hurt, lad. Daygran Furisan 2 says, that's how adventures work sometimes, Granda. And not just in books. Daygran Furisan 2 says, tell you what, I'll learn to be more cautious. And you'll try to enjoy an adventure now and then. Magni Bronzebeard says, lad, I'll enjoy them even more when I'm with you. It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Magna Bronzebeard. We must all...
Use the investigatability to find clues. Daygran Furisan 2 says, where are all the people? What happened to everybody? Earthen Slate. This slate appears to be a solicitation for workers. Daygran Furisan 2 says, shutting down, or disappearing, or changing. The answer lies in the clues. You receive loot, clump of rotting detritus. Earthen Slate. This Earthen Slate read, Daygran Furisan 2 says, that's a lot of names. Everywhere we go, we find the names of people lost. Daygran Furisan 2 says, a lot of tools are still here. So the workers can't all be out in the mines. Unknown voice yells, muffled growling. Day Grand Furisan 2 says, did you hear something, Granda? Magni Bronzevia says, sounded like another deep flare. Let's move on. Day Grand Furisan 2 says, these mugs are still full and the drinks look fresh, but there's no one around. I think people were here recently. Day Grand Furisan 2 says, hello. Someone there. Magni Bronzevia says, I doubt it. The entrance is boarded up. Unknown voice yells, it's changing. It's changing. Day Grand Furisan 2 says, what was that? Magni Bronzevia yells, it came from that building. Magni Bronzevia says, enough knocking.
We heard you! We're here to help! We heard you! We're here to help!
What's happening to them?
A Scarden transformation in progress. Fascinating. Stay back, lad! Get away from him! Granda! The surge of energy! The Scarden's reaction! How did you do that?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out later. I can hear more coming.
Well, there's one question answered perhaps. Only to unearth a dozen more.
Ghost.
Controlled demolition. I know we fought Scarden before, champion, but this is worse. I knew that Scarden were turning Earthen into more Scarden, but I didn't expect the crystals.
Received 23 gold, 40 silver.
Controlled demolition. I know we fought Scarden before, champion, but this is worse. I knew that Scarden were turning Earthen into more Scarden, but I didn't expect the crystals, the spikes, the roiling blue energy, that smell. Anyway, not what I expected at all. If we must venture out there, I'm taking down some of those abominations along the way. Kill 18 Scarden in Taylor.
Quest accepted. Controlled demolition.
The truth in chalk. So the people of Taylor use chalk on slate to leave messages to each other. So many clues. But what does it all mean? I'm seeing a pattern, and I think it points to the mines. If the workers haven't already been lost, I'd expect them to be in the mines. And I know the foreman is the key. She has to be. Search for messages in Taylor mine.
Quest accepted. The truth in chalk.
There's more to be done.
You receive loot, darkened red.
There's more to learn here.
You receive loot, charged fragments 2. You loot 1 gold, 76 silver, 37 copper. You loot 1 gold, 13 silver, 13 copper. You receive loot, charged fragments. You receive loot, indigo shot. You receive loot, clump of rotting detritus. You loot 2 gold, 13 silver, 93 copper. You receive loot, deep dweller cincture of the fire flash. You loot 2 gold, 48 silver, 59 copper. You receive loot, clump of rotting detritus. You receive loot, deep dweller's midst of the quick blade. You receive loot, distressed jerkin. You loot 2 gold, 60 silver, 11 copper.
There's more to learn here.
You loot 2 gold, 31 silver, 77 copper. You receive loot, charged fragments. You receive loot, darkened residues 3. You loot 2 gold, 65 silver, 98 copper. You receive loot, polishing powder. You loot 1 gold, 27 silver, 11 copper. You loot 2 gold, 6 silver, 70 copper.
Discovered Taillock Mine, 1,375 experience gained.
You receive loot, the grimed van braces. You receive loot, underscout striders of the fever flare. You receive loot, darkened residue 6. You receive loot, polishing powder. You loot 2 gold, 47 silver, 92 copper. Cold Run Crag says, workers of Taillock. Cold Run Crag says, the outcome was not what I expected. I have been altered. Perhaps even, chosen.
Maybe we've only killed a few Spartan from a much larger swarm. But we have to start somewhere.
.506 cloak.
Earthen Traveler's Cloak has been added to your appearance collection.
Oh wait, these are leather. Wait, cancel.
Experience gained, 11,000. Receive 23 gold, 40 silver.
You receive item, Earthen Traveler's Shawl. You receive loot, charged fragments. You receive loot, darkened residues 3. You loot 4 gold, 70 silver, 24 copper. You receive loot, Fungarian's rich tannin. You receive currency, Kasalga skinning knowledge X3. You sense a nearby spirit in GLYPH. You loot 33 silver, 53 copper.
Cursed pickaxe has been added to your appearance collection.
You receive loot, cursed pickaxe.
There's more to learn here. I'm sure of it.
You receive loot, rough deep topaz shard.
What is a rough topaz shard? $5.18 axe. You occasionally be consumed by the curse. Okay. I got a cursed pickaxe. Okay, the cloak has gotta be. Oh no, cloak. Yeah, cloak is. Oh, yeah, cloak. Oh no, those are shoulders. I want cloak. Yep. And then what else? You switch and save. Cool.
Mystic Birded says, got some right.
Oh, damn it. This is like the third time today I've had to do this, you piece of shit.
You receive loot, charged fragments. You receive loot, darkened residues too. You receive loot, deep dweller cincture of the fire flash. You receive loot, charged fragments too. You receive loot, darkened residues 4. You loot 5 gold, 78 silver, 55 copper. Cold Crag says, change is coming, workers. Hordes of Skardine stir within the whole of the way. You sense a nearby spirit in GLYPH. Cold Crag says, Taylor could be next. Barricade your doors, but be not afraid. We will press on.
Oops, my camera, sorry. I'm probably dead because you, like, crashed.
Devastation.
I die.
You loot 2 gold, 61 silver, 36 copper. You sense a nearby spirit in GLYPH. You receive loot, Expeditionary Bulwark of the Peerless. You receive loot, Darkened Residues 3. You loot 6 gold, 36 silver, 84 copper.
And you DC. Okay, we have to prep. There's a theologist, that's good.
With specialization set to Devastation.
Fucking annoying.
You have joined the queue for Random Epic Battleground.
You sense a nearby spirit in GLYPH.
You are no longer rested.
You loot 2 gold, 26 silver, 22 copper. You receive loot, begrimed breastplate. You receive loot, begrimed van braces. You loot 3 gold, 44 silver, 92 copper.
Tech/help for a listing of a few commands.
Cursive minor yells, yuck. You receive loot, earth-forged Fods of the Harmonious. You receive loot, indigo shot. You receive loot, polishing powder.
There, much better.
You receive loot, Deep Dwellers Call of the Aurora. You receive loot, Underscout Striders of the Peerless. You receive loot, Darkened Residues 2. You receive loot, Charged Fragments. You loot 3 gold, 7 silver, 21 copper.
Much better.
You receive loot, polishing powder. There's more to learn here. I'm sure of it. You loot 79 silver, 56 copper. You receive loot, Darkened Residues 3. You receive loot, Charged Fragments.
I'm going to log out so I don't lose this fucking progress. Wait, there was other stuff that I wanted to do. Wait, no, I mean, yeah, but I don't want to lose the settings I just did because they're really good. Oh, there's a white right there. I want the mendicant. It'll take me right back in.
With specialization set to devastation. You have joined the queue for random epic battleground.
Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased.
I jumped to Jita. Okay, well, that's fine.
Your skill has increased. Your skill has increased.
God damn it, I have poison.
You are no longer rested.
You receive loot. Polishing Powdex 2. You receive loot, indigo shot. You loot 2 gold, 98 silver, 83 copper. You receive loot, darkened residues 3. You loot 2 gold, 93 silver, 33 copper.
About to be halfway done.
You receive loot, indigo shot. You loot 3 gold, 91 silver, 63 copper.
There's more to learn here.
You loot 1 gold, 81 silver, 23 copper. You receive loot, darkened residue. You receive loot, darkened residues 2. You receive loot, darkened residue. You receive loot, charged fragments 3. You receive loot, polishing powder. You loot 4 gold, 5 silver, 84 copper.
A buyer has been found for your auction of Ultimate Gnomish Army Knife.
You receive loot, darkened residues 4. You receive loot, charged fragments 2. You loot 8 gold, 73 silver, 64 copper. You loot 2 gold, 61 silver, 24 copper. You receive loot, regenerating ore. You sense a nearby spirit in GLYPH. You loot 1 gold, 94 silver, 3 copper. You receive loot, darkened residues 2. You sense a nearby spirit in GLYPH. You receive loot, Bismuth X3. Colbrun Crag says, can you hear it? Earthen Slate. Work shift 81.6. Colbrun Crag says, the itching. I can taste the sounds. Revelation awaits. You loot 78 silver, 34 copper.
I cannot see, like, at all. Where am I?
Colbrun Crag says, the ringing. The ringing. Will lock away, deepest cavern for darkest memory. Earthen Slate. The ringing, the ringing. Will lock away. Deepest cavern for darkest memory. Don't. Speaker. Ringing. Don't let destroy. Colbrun Crag says, don't.
55 minutes for
Don't.
maintenance. Damn it.
Earthen slate.
I think I know where we need to go next. Buried in stone. We need to go into the cave, the one mentioned near the last slate.
Received 23 gold, 40 silver.
You loot 80 silver, 81 copper.
Buried in stone.
Quest accepted. Buried in stone.
Degran Furisan 2 says, the foreman's last entry mentioned a cavern. It must be nearby. You receive loot, the grind band races. You loot 48 silver, 24 copper. You receive loot, polishing powder. You receive loot, darkened residue spore. You receive loot, indigo shard. You loot 3 gold, 56 silver, 53 copper. You sense a nearby skirting GLYPH. Degran Furisan 2 says, this looks like the right place, but I don't see any signs of the foreman. We need to take a closer look. Magni Bronzebeard says, wait. I can hear wind blowing from beyond the stone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Magni Bronzebeard says, it must have been a controlled cave-in. Skycatlive, help us destroy the blockage.
On March 26th.
I knew it.
At 1:30
I was right.
in the morning.
There's something in here. Something someone was trying to hide.
Container ship. The length
Experience gained,
of
11,000.
3 football fields.
Received 23 gold, 40 silver.
Find the foreman. Dagran was right. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by that any longer. All the signs suggest there's something in this cave. Maybe the foreman is hiding here. Maybe she can give us some answers. We've come this far. Let's see what's inside. Find the foreman.
Find the foreman.
Magni Bronzebeard says, is that the foreman? You were right, lad. Magni Bronzebeard says, come on. We can't let that thing out of this cave. You receive loot, chipped Mondable. You receive loot, massive worm flank. You receive loot, bloom chitey next to. Cold Run Crack says, infection. Cold Run Crack says, remorse. Magni Bronzebeard says, we were too late. How many times have I been too late? You receive loot, polishing powder. Daygran Furisan 2 says, wait, Granda. Look in the water. I think that's a memory gem.
That was her. The foreman. It had to be. After all that, she was already gone.
Experience gain, 11,000.
What she saw. What is that?
You receive item, Earthen Traveler's Braces.
Earthen Traveler's Bracers has been added to your appearance collection. Quest accepted, what she saw.
You receive loot, chipped Mondable.
I think I know what that gem is.
High Speaker X says, you speak the truth. Your artifact will repair the awakening machine. Zalataf says, it will perfect the machine. Your struggle, your suffering will be at an end. All will awaken, because of you. High Speaker X says, because of me. Coldrun Crag says, infection. Zalataf says, your people will be restored, reborn, improved, and they will laud you as their savior. High Speaker X says, yes, yes, all Earthen will awaken. Coldrun Crag says, infection.
Oh, this is bad, isn't it? The foreman witnessed this conspiracy at the Hall of Awakening. Then she traveled back to Talek with her memory gem. She tried to warn the others, but she was infected, and her transformation was swift. She sealed herself in this cave, but her corruption still spread. And the High Speaker knew what would happen. The High Speaker is behind all of this. We've got to warn Brent. We've got to warn the world.
Experience gain, 13,750. Received 46 gold, 80 silver.
The High Speaker secret. We got what we came for. We need to return to Gundargez. Brent has to know what happened here. We'll go on ahead. Skycatlive. Meet us in Gundargez.
Quest accepted, the High Speaker's secret.
Daygran Furisan 2 says, Zalataf gave the High Speaker the means to restart the machine, and it's creating Scardyne. Magni Bronzebeard says, we have to tell Bryn. Hurry. You receive loot, Bismuth X2. You loot 2 gold, 61 silver, 71 copper. You receive loot, charged fragments. Cobbled warning sign. Certain time of day, darkness come. Every day same time. Darkness bring more dark. For many hours, candle can't have light. Bad. Very bad. Maybe you bring many candles. Light all together for big candle fire. Old Granny Scribbles told story of Big Tooth's gone. He light lots of fire. Then he burned. Big burn. Smelled like mutton chop. Smelled for days after that. Bad idea. Don't do that. How do we fight darkness with only small candle not lasting long? Small. So small.
Oh, I got Shining Blade finally. That's a good one. That one actually does damage. Yay.
You receive loot, Bismuth X2. You receive loot, clump of rotting detritus. You receive loot, codified greenwood X3. You receive
Ooh,
loot,
506, 506
receive loot,
male
expedition grass of the
legs. Oh, that's an
You receive
upgrade.
Hansen, resonance
Yay.
crystals 5.
Expeditionary shin guards has been added to your appearance collection.
Cool, cool. So we need to go back and do this. Yeah, for your yep. Save, apply. Oh, she has a red one too. The red one makes her stand out more. It matches her hair. Maybe we'll apply that and save for a little while. I like his big crazy eye. I think he's awesome looking. They've done such a good job on the mobs lately.
You receive loot, clump of rotting detritus. Donna says, if you have seen him, it is your duty to tell me.
You feel rested.
Clive Del Gizmo says, what's it worth to you? Donna says, I do not have time to bargain, Outlander. You receive item, orange apocalypse. You receive item, Mangor All Madness. You receive item, Oyster Outbreak. You receive item, Bluesberry Blast. You receive item, orange apocalypse.
Clive Del Gizmo. Welcome to Del Gizmo.
Distress Jerkin has been added to your appearance collection.
Level 6 cloth.
Deep Blowsmiths has been added to your appearance collection.
It's unfortunate, but yep, I gotta sell it. Leather feet.
Understout Striders has been added to your appearance collection.
I can't buy them back, can I? Oh. Oh, I guess you can. You can, like, sell them to get the,
Expeditionary Bulwark has been added to your appearance collection.
Oh, I didn't know that shit. I wish I did know that, because I think I fucked up and sold the BOE, but that's alright. As myself doesn't matter, and the answer is no. The answer is never, like, it never ever matters.
Deep Blower's Cowl has been added to your appearance collection. Earthforged Faults has been added to your appearance collection.
Ooh, I got a lot of BOEs. I want to sell them. 506 staff, 518 pickaxe. Cinch of the Fire Lash.
You gain 403 gold, 29 silver, 5 copper.
Where am I now? There's a Grotto of Weedness. I wish to hearth.
With specialization set to Devastation. You have joined the queue for Random Epic Battleground.
I'm just gonna leave that. I thought I turned the fucking voice down. The dialogue is at 0. Oh, the dialogue. There, get rid of it.
Radish.
Option created. 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 A buyer has been found for your auction of codified greenwood. Option created. Option created. A buyer has been found for your auction of bismuth. Option created. Option created. Option created. A buyer has been found for your auction of gloom chitin. Option created. Option created.
Oops. Alright, headphones charged? Yes, they are. I don't have to have that cord attached to my head anymore. Yep, this is what I will wear all the time. I have many of these. But I can get them if I want them. I wonder if I want to get a pair of twink boots that I just put like... Maybe I should get the BOP boots, the heirloom boots, and put a boot enchant on them. Run speed the boots. Level 70 speed set. Level 70. Thank you, Soul So Breezy. I'd like to sub to your channel.
Hey, it's Sol with another video, and today I'm going to talk strategies on building for yourself a speed set designed for quickly blowing through legacy content. By the time we're through, you'll have a good idea on how to approach this based on your play habits. And if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe for more coverage, and let's do a proper intro. With the War Within expansion announcement, I got very excited when I learned that we'd be able to unlock transmog appearances regardless of whether it was the character's gear type or not. It won't be long until we can take a single character and slam every dungeon and raid.
A fire has been found for your option of massive worm flank.
Unlocks. It'll also be cool if we wanted to hyper-focus, like we can just smash our entire stable of alts into a single instance to more quickly collect everything that there is to get. Those Manroth Shoulders days are numbered. Today I want to focus on the strategy of taking a single character who can sprint through dungeons and raids with ease. There's a cheap and easy strategy, and a not so cheap and easy strategy. I'll be focusing on the foundations of speed and how to get a speed-based character started up cheaply before sending you off. And we'll first start with your character's class and race. Any combo will do, but there's clearly an optimal choice. Druids are simply the ideal class to use. They've got a big 15% passive run speed bonus using talents, and of course their class has
a fire has been found for your option of basically
additional 30% speed bonus. They can stealth, and they have ranged and healing abilities to handle pretty much any encounter situation. Now, I'm a weirdo. Before making this video, I happened to make a speed set for my paladin main, and I threw a ton of gold into him, but in comparison, a druid is just so much easier to get in a good place for like way cheaper. So I strongly recommend going this route in your first venture into speedrunning. Next step will be your race. Now, race isn't a deal breaker, but if you're trying to make a new character, race is going to be worth considering. Since we're sticking to the druid class, choices are limited, and my vote goes to Xandalite
You gained
Trolls,
215 gold, 17 silver, 65 copper.
You
receive currency, Casalga Mining Knowledge X3.
They only need to pick up the Embrace of Gonk over in their capital, just a quick cast, and ta-da, you have a permanent bonus speed. On the Alliance side, Night Elves are a distant second with only a 2% passive run speed bonus. Again, your choice of race is not a huge deal, it just 10 pass of Gonk over in their capital, just a quick cast, and ta-da, you have a permanent bonus speed. On the Alliance side, character race is going to be worth considering. Since we're sticking to the Druid class, choices are limited, and my vote goes to Zandalari Trolls, who have a 5% bonus to run speed through their racial ability. They only need to pick up the Embrace of Gonk over in their capital, just a quick cast, and ta-da, you have a permanent bonus speed. On the Alliance side, Night Elves are a distant second, with only a 2% passive run speed bonus. Again, your choice of race is not a huge deal, it just helps a little bit. Let's move on to gear. Starting off, setting up a speed set is very affordable, but costs can balloon up real fast, so let's take things one step at a time. First, you want to have some good shoes. There's a really good enchant that gives a whopping 10% bonus to your run speed.
You gained 51 gold, 1 silver, 27 copper.
Heirloom Devastation. I want boots. Do I have boots? Is there boots for this? I don't think there is. No. Damn. I think I want to take a like a literal nerf, like a fucking nerf, for that run speed to boots, which is insane. I'll take a gear nerf for that. It'll hurt my eye level so bad, though. I can't do that. Never mind. Okay, so I guess I'm ready to go.
Now, the enchant itself is really cheap, so I suggest just getting any pair of boots that qualify. The difference between usable and optimal is very tiny, and we're just starting off, so this shouldn't set you back more than like 100-some gold. Next step is to have a Heart of Azeroth. Yeah, the neck itself isn't going to be very useful, but with the Heart of Azeroth come Azerite traits from gear and essences that are available when you're wearing the neck. If you don't have one yet, you'll need your character to be at least level 50, they really should be. When you take that character to Borealis or Zandalar, they'll automatically pick up a questline that'll lead them to obtaining their Heart of Azeroth.
You sense a nearby skirting
For you
GLYPH.
veteran players, there's one Azerite essence to consider working towards, so you can get an additional 5% bonus. But if you don't have a rank 3 Ripple in Space essence, consider that to be kind of a stretch goal for your speed set. Now that you have your neck, you need to farm for Azerite pieces that have a specific trait called Long Strider. This is going to give a passive speed bonus based on your highest secondary stat. Later on, you can try to optimize your speed by stacking your best secondary, but for now, you're already going to get a huge bonus, anywhere between 30 to 40% run speed. And assuming that you're on your Druid, farming for this gear will be super easy. If you've been following every step here, you should already have a passive run speed of 160% in cat form. The pieces that you need come from very specific places. The helmet comes from the last boss of Tol Dagor. The shoulders come from the last boss in Freehold, and the chest comes from the last boss of either Motherlode or King's Rest. It's your choice. I happen to choose Motherlode. And the best version of these items come from the normal versions of these dungeons, meaning you can just rerun them over and over until you're done. By comparison, plate wearers who want shoulders, they need to hope for a drop from Mechatorb, and you can only do that once a week. The last kind of easy thing to get for yourself is a fully upgraded Onyx Amulet. Now I'm going to leave a link to a full guide on how to access that and how it works. I'm going to skip ahead, but you're going to want to create a ring with these two stones in them, the Wind Sculpted Stone and the Harmonic Music Stone. These will passively give some additional run speed while moving and when first entering combat. With this setup, your Druid should have a run speed of a little bit over 200% now. That's like epic ground riding. Keep in mind that this applies to Battle for Azeroth and older content, but legacy content is where a speed character really thrives anyway. Now let's move on to other speed bonuses that'll cost.
A buyer has been found for your auction of Petty Swarm Titan.
It's going to be incremental, and it's going to get increasingly expensive. Let's start small though. First, let's enchant our Azurite chest with accelerated agility. This is a Dragonflight enchant and readily available on the auction house. There are 3 other Dragonflight enchants for the weapon, cloak, and wrists that give speed. You can throw those on now, or you can hold off in case you want to optimize your gear. Charged Files of Alacrity are the go-to consumable for run speed, and Fried Bonefish is the go-to food buff that gives a very modest...
Charged File of Alacrity. That's what I've been missing. Charged Files of Alacrity. Okay, Charged Files of Alacrity. You gotta go back to the fucking...
You sent nearby Spirit in GLIPH.
God damn it. I don't know. Take me back, I guess. I fucked up.
After killing an enemy, even low-level enemies and critters. What I've talked about so far in this guide has been the easy stuff. You can get this set together in just a few short hours and spend, what, like 5 easy stuff.
Oh, wait.
Low-level
So,
enemies.
fried bonefish. And you gain speed every time you kill something, which is super good. Charged File of Alacrity. That is just insane anyways. That's insane. 700 speed, I didn't know.
You have joined the queue for Random Epic Battleground. With specialization set to Devastation. You have joined the queue for Random Epic Battleground.
Well, I got back here in about 2 minutes, which is cool. I am trying to go to the auction house to do those files that I just heard about. Charged File of Alacrity, so Alacrity. Insignia of Alacrity for 100,000. Damn, I want that. Algari Competitors Insignia of Alacrity. Requires. Oh, it's an inscription. Oh, okay. Charged File of Alacrities, version 3s, which give you 744. They're 25 gold a pop, and they're the cheapest ones, which make no sense. Is so... Oh, wait. Is there... Oh, scope of alacrity. Okay, so... I guess we do blow a lot of money. Yeah, we blow a lot of money on this, because it sucks, but it's like, I need this.
You want an option for Charged File of Alacrity, X200.
Yep. And then fried bonefish is the food I should be eating. I thought haste would be better, but no. I think actually, no. I think the bonefish, fried bonefish. Did you get the right search there? Yeah, and I like fried bonefish, so, and it's going to be expensive as well. It's going to be expensive as well. 200. Oh, I don't need 200 of this, though. Give me, like, 40 of them. Oh, God. Fried bonefish. That's Dragon Isles. Let's see. Fried bonefish. Do I have the recipe? Let's go see what it is. Maybe I can just make it. I don't know. I guess I can't. Oh, that's okay. My monk, I think, is the one that can do that. Oh, can I sell that? No. Okay, so this solves a lot of my problems with speed. Oh, look good. It's more money, too.
$90 silver, 25 copper.
I'm gonna put away all of this food. Oh, now, where did my... Oh, I collected 5 grand. That's cool. Where did my... But, yeah, where did, this food go in these potions and stuff? Aerated oh yeah, aerated mana potions. Yeah, I don't think so. Charge file of alacrity. There we go. Which replaces the elemental potion of power, I think. I don't know. No, it doesn't stack up. Nice. And there, my speed is up. I can run faster. And fried bonefish. Bonefish. Oh, no, I didn't buy bonefish. I mean, I guess I could. I could just buy bonefish. I thought I did. No? Only the charge file, huh? Oh, yeah, I was like, can I make bonefish, right? Fried bonefish. I guess I'll go look into it. Fried bonefish. Wow. This was a... Shadowlands. Shadowlands. So, yeah. So... And I guess it takes spine fin, pocked bonefish, and lost soul. And 75 Shadowlands cooking. My Shadowlands cooking is not even there, so yeah, fried bonefish. One of my characters is a really good cook. In Shadowlands, and I guess I could make fried bonefish in that way. Fried bonefish is good, but I don't think I would prefer it over stat food, because stat food is such a big deal. I can get away with running the potion of alacrity, because look, it really helps with the run speed. I didn't know they made this potion, and it's definitely good. I can see a big fucking difference. Can I double stack it? Yes, I can. You can double stack it up to an hour now, which is also really cool. Okay, so there we go. That was everything that I wanted. And I improved my speed the best way that I knew how.
Use sensor nearby skirting GLYPH.
Thank you for looking into the mystery plaguing tail lock. What did you find? The high speaker secret absent speaker. It is a dark day for the ringing deeps. Skycatlive. I always knew there was something about the high speaker that wasn't quite right. Now we have proof. And we need justice. If he has plans for the awakening machine, then we've got to stop him. Meet Speaker Brinth in the Earthen Works. Quest accepted. Absent speaker. Received 2 gold, 34 silver.
Speaker Brinth says, enough talking. The High Speaker will answer for his crimes. To the Earthen Works.
The ceiling is annoying, sort of.
Discovered Nibel gas mine. 1,375 experience gained.
Moira Furisan says, I suspected we might need some assistance.
The high speaker and his followers will answer for their crimes.
Adelgon says, Moira informed us of the situation. We're ready to help.
The high speaker and his followers will answer for their crimes. Absent speaker sympathetic speakers. I have to stop the high speaker from making more Scarden. Machine speaker protocol dictates that one of the foremen in this area should have a key to the Hall of Awakening. Come with me, and we'll track it down. Look for machine speaker foreman in the Earthen Works with Speaker Brinth. Experience gained, 11,000. Received 23 gold, 40 silver. Quest accepted, sympathetic speakers. Moira Thorisan. A fine mess, visit, Battle of the Earthen Works. Skycatlive. Quest accepted, Battle of the Earthen Works.
Dogmatic machine speaker says, but, the machine.
I wish I had a tall boy. Such a good mount. My friend Pedro got it. I'm jealous of him.
Moira Thorisan. A fine mess.
Male
This
muncher.
Moira Furisan. A fine mess, this is. Moira Furisan says, I can see how worried you are about Daygran. Magni Bronzebeard says, I've got a lot to make up for. For a long time, I knew I needed to protect Azeroth. Magni Bronzebeard says, I gave up a lot. I gave up too much. I should have spent more time protecting you and Daygran. Moira Furisan says, Daygran's been through a lot, too. Magni
I'm gonna
Bronzebeard
finish
says,
my
I know.
salad.
I want to be here for him as his granda.
I only ate half of it. I'll be right back.
Magni Bronzebeard says, I wasn't responsible enough. That needs to change.
Wow.
Magni Bronzebeard says, I've spent too many years listening to Azeroth's voice. I'm glad I can listen to yours now. Moira Furisan says, Father. We'll figure it out together.
Gonna. Oh, yeah, better sit down. We have maintenance in 30 minutes, huh? That sucks. Or probably soon, honestly. That's alright. I want to go back to this.
Slammed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Yeah, what
in
the
Baltimore.
fuck?
And the bridge collapsed. A port that drives 13% of our state's economy was now closed. Thousands of workers were hours away from waking up and realizing they no longer had a job. 6 Marylanders who had been on the bridge in the middle of the night fixing potholes lost their lives. And one of the first phone calls that I got that morning started with these 3 words. Dove, it's Kamala. She said, I know you spoke to the president, and I want you to know we are here with you every step of the way. Now, I joined the Army when I was 17. In fact, I was too young to sign the paperwork. I had to ask my mom to sign the paperwork for me because I don't have bone spurs. I led soldiers in combat in Afghanistan.
Good shit.
And my training taught me that you never learn anything about anybody when times are easy. You learn everything you need to know about somebody when times are hard and when the temperature gets turned up. And America, I saw that Kamala Harris is the right one to lead in this moment firsthand. And united with the Almighty God's grace, we brought closure to the families of the 6 victims. And while many said it could take 11 months to reopen the port of Baltimore, we got it done in 11 weeks. Because that is the story of America. We are a nation of patriots who serve when the mission is hard and who serve when the destination is uncertain. And I know our history is imperfect. The unevenness of the American journey has made some skeptical. But I'm not asking you to give up your skepticism.
Nope. I'm skeptical of you, but I'm listening. I'm listening to you.
I just want that skepticism to be your companion and not your captor. And I'm asking that you join us in the work. Because making America great doesn't mean telling people you're not wanted.
Yep, that's not America.
And loving your country does not mean lying about its history.
Dogmatic machine speaker says, violence
Making
authorized.
America great means saying the ambitions of this country would be incomplete
You are
without
no longer
your
arrested.
help.
Dogmatic machine speaker says, but the machine.
It's the legacy of those 6 workers who fixed potholes on a bridge while we
You loot 2 gold,
slept,
12 silver, 24 copper.
who were born in a different country, but who knew that America was big enough for them too.
Foreman visa. Defiant. Non-compliant.
Foreman Jesus says, win. Speaker detected.
It's
The high speaker
journey.
warned us about you.
It's the journey of a man raised by a remarkable immigrant single mom, a man who felt handcuffs on his wrists at
Dogmatic
11
forecaster says,
years
violence
old,
authorized.
who now stands before you as the 63rd governor of Maryland and the first black governor
Dogmatic
in the
6
history
says,
of our
battle begins.
state.
Dogmatic 6 says, but the machine.
It's the story. It's the story of a prosecutor who defended our freedoms and had Maryland's back when we needed it most. And now, MVP, we've got your back as well.
You loot 2 gold, 50 silver, 81 copper.
Right. It's my fellow veteran, my brother, and the next Vice President of the United States, Tim Walz. And now,
Dogmatic machine speaker says, violence authorized.
Tim knows
Dogmatic
that
forecaster
in the
says, violence
military,
authorized.
you count the days towards mission completion.
Dogmatic
so guess
forecaster
what,
says,
y'all?
but the machine.
We have got 75
Dogmatic machine speaker says,
days
my task
and
is done.
a wake up until election
Dogmatic
day.
machine speaker says,
75
well,
days. It's not long enough.
You receive loot. Arify
We're,
rate
we're not
75
ready.
days in a wake up
You loot 1 gold, 55 silver, 14 copper.
what Americans
Assembly worker
can
says,
do
they're destroying
when
our
the
machines.
pressure is on.
Assembly worker says, when I said I
75
didn't want
days
to
in a
help,
wake
they
up
attacked.
For us to show that true patriots do not whine and complain, we put our heads down and we get to work.
Dogmatic machine speaker says, but
75
the
days
machine.
and a wake up to build a future that those who came before us hope for, and those who come after us that they deserve. And 75 days and
You
a
loot 2
wake
gold,
up
22
to
silver,
elect
73
a
copper.
leader who was
Dogmatic
willing
success
to
says, my task
believe
is done.
in the best of us, and that leader is Kamala Harris, the next president of the United States. Thank you, God bless you, and let's leave
Dogmatic
no
machine
one
speaker says,
behind.
violence authorized. Dogmatic machine speaker says, but the machine.
Please welcome former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah!
Dogmatic machine speaker says, my task is done.
Yeah.
You loot 3 gold, 48 silver, 98 copper.
Good evening, Democrats. Oh my God.
Here's a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself saying. I'm Pete Buttigieg, and you might recognize me from Fox News. I believe in going anywhere, in service of a good cause, and friends, we gather in a very good cause, electing Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, the next president and vice president of the United States. The choice could not be clearer. Donald Trump rants about law and order, as if he wasn't a convicted criminal running against a prosecutor. As if we were going to forget that crime was higher on his watch. Talks about the forgotten man, hoping we'll forget that the only economic promise that he actually kept was to cut taxes for the rich. And don't even get me started on his new running mate. At least Mike Pence was polite. J.D. Vance is one
Wait,
of
no,
those guys
what
who
happens
thinks
to the staff
if you
that
don't
I
live
had?
the life that he has in mind for you, then you don't count. Someone who said that if you don't have kids, you have, quote, no physical commitment to the future of this country.
Oh my God.
You know, Senator, when I deployed to Afghanistan, I didn't have kids then. Many of the men and women who went outside the wire with me didn't have kids either. But let me tell you, our commitment to the future of this country was pretty damn physical.
Cousin Slowhand says, 10 years. I have faithfully brushed up for 10 years.
Choosing a guy like J.D. Vance to be America's next vice president sends a message. And the message is that they are doubling down on negativity and grievance. Committing to a concept of campaigning best summed up in one word: darkness. Darkness is what they are selling.
You gained 194 gold, 34 silver, 78 copper.
I just don't believe
Dogmatic machine speaker
that
says,
America
battle begins.
today is in the market for darkness. I believe America is ready for a better kind of politics. Yes, politics at its worst can be ugly, crushing, demeaning.
Mystic
but it
Verdict says,
doesn't
Mac.
have to be.
Mac never changes.
At its best, politics can be empowering, uplifting. It can even be a kind of soul craft. My faith teaches me that the world isn't made up of good people and bad people, but rather that each of us is capable of good and bad things. And I believe leaders matter because of what they bring out in each of us, the good or the bad.
4 Militant says, you should have remained on the surface, speaker brief.
Right now, the other side is appealing to what is smallest within you. They're telling you that greatness comes from going back to the past. They're telling you that anyone different from you is a threat. They're telling you that your neighbor or nephew or daughter who disagrees with you politically isn't just wrong, but is now the enemy. I believe in a better politics, one that finds us at our most decent and open and brave. The kind of politics that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are offering, and as you have felt these many days, that kind of politics also just feels better to be part of. There is
Dogmatic forecaster says,
joy
word
in
delayed.
it, as well
Dogmatic machine
as
speaker says,
power.
battle begins.
And if all of that sounds naive, let me insist that I have come to this view
Dogmatic machine
not by
speaker
way
says,
of
at last.
idealism,
I rest.
but by way of experience. Not just the experience of my
You loot 5 gold,
unlikely
43 silver,
career.
22 copper.
Someone like me, serving in Indiana, serving in Washington, serving in uniform. I'm
Fallen
thinking
Jesus
of
says, win.
something.
Speaker detected.
You know, it's
The House
funny
Super Bowl
when
announcement.
when Shadowlands
Dogmatic machine
hit.
speaker says, violence authorized.
Trump
machine
Trump
says,
won,
the machine.
and it was insane. It was like, or I'm sorry, no, that was Biden. I'm sorry, at the end of Shadowlands was Biden. Biden won and surprised us all, and I remember, and it was monumental. And I remember they lined up at outside, like we all were on this server, Emerald Dream. And we all lined up on frog mounts outside the auction house, and there was like, I don't know, 3,000 people there or something like that. We were all fucking freaking out because the bad man was gone.
You loot
And
2
so
gold, 61 silver,
we're
12
about to
copper.
go through, history's about to repeat, and we're about to go through the same thing again. The Democrats are going to win right at the expansion launch. It's like 2 months into the expansion. I was like playing Shadowlands and enjoying the hell out of it. I thought it was very fun, very fun. And yeah, and I remember talking in the trade chat all the goddamn day.
Moira Thorisan. A fine mess.
Moira Thurisan says, I can see how worried you are about Daygran. Magni Bronzebeard says, I've got a lot to make up for. For a long time, I knew I needed to protect
I
Azeroth.
have that mount. I forgot all about that mount.
Magni Bronzebeard says, I gave up a lot. I gave up too much. I should have spent more time protecting you and Daygran. Dogmatic Machine Speaker says, protect the machines.
New hero talent point available.
Ooh, I'm halfway. I'm halfway. Let's take a look at the clock, guys. So I am exactly halfway to 80. I just hit like right there, and we see that I'm 17 hours in. I'm gonna make another push towards probably 77, maybe something. Hopefully.
Says, I've spent too many years listening to Azeroth's voice. I'm glad I can listen to yours now.
77, and then I will go to bed and I will sleep for 14 hours something. And then I will, after 24 hours, at the 24-hour point, I will stop, and then I will sleep, which is in like 8 hours or something like that, and then I will sleep, and then I will get back, and I will do the rest of it to 80, and in the second session, I'll be nice and fresh, and the last 2 levels will be really fun, and really brisk, and good, and fun. I could just chain dungeon if I wanted to, but I mean, I don't really want to do it that way. Deep breath resets the cooldown of hover, which is good, but it's not as good as Essence abilities extend bombardments have a chance to generate Essence Burst. Oh yeah, Essence Burst, right? So yeah, so Master Empower spells cause your next disintegrate to strike up to 3 targets. So I have to start counting on that. And I'm gonna start counting on that. And so Essence abilities extend bombardments by 1 second, right? Bombardments last for 6 seconds, and I guess you can extend it for one more to 7. For 7 seconds, you have yeah. So I don't think so. I think I would prefer that Essence Burst would be really fucking good. Yep. Okay. I have 1.6 million health, and finally my health is slowly getting up to where this class has barely any survivability. It still needs something. It needs, like, I don't know, like the Renewing Blaze. Really, I need like a macro that runs Renewing Blaze the same time that I run Obsidian Scales. Because I was thinking Renewing Blaze is Renewing Blaze is actually a defensive. And it should not be used the way I've been using it. So I will run an Obsidian Scales Renewing Blaze macro. Cast sequence. Save. Then I want to put you here. And I want to see if you'll run the right thing. No, you won't. And it sucks. It sucks so bad. Okay, we're okay, that's fine. I guess that's fine. So we will do that. Or no, you know what we can probably do actually is I don't need a cast sequence macro. I just need obsidian scales. Right? And then renewing blaze. And I think that macro actually does work. I'm fairly sure. Okay, so we take this back down here to obsidian scales and we say, yeah, there's my defensive. Maybe I'll die a little less. We'll see. If I want to, I can hammer it again. There's a lot less clutter on the screen. Oh, yep, that sucked. But I would like to try now to experiment with an add-on mixed scrolling battle text. You know, it occurs to me that I haven't checked for updates. Yeah, see, and a bunch of stuff just went up. So, update all. Mix scrolling battle text. And I want to turn it all off except for my damage. That's it. MSBT.
Type/help for a listing of a few commands. Type/help for a listing of a few commands.
Skycatlive says MSBT.
Type/help for a listing of a few commands. Type/help for a listing of a few commands.
No, MSBT doesn't.
Type/help for a listing of a few commands.
Skycatlive says MSBT.
Type/help for a listing of a few commands.
No, this thing is busted. I'm gonna search for add-ons now. Combat text. Oh, nameplate is working, is it? Oh, wait, yeah, the nameplate was really good, actually. Yeah, let's see if it's still working. Oh, there's MSPT options. It's just, it was that maybe it was turned off. Okay, well, anyways, I want to see, what was it? It was, yeah, nameplate scrolling. So, nameplate scrolling, go reload UI.
Much more basic.
Specialization set to devastation.
I'm thinking of dinner time at our house in Michigan. When the dog is barking and the air fryer is beeping and the mac and cheese is boiling over, and it feels like all the political negotiating experience in the world is not enough for me to get our 3-year-old son and our 3-year-old daughter to just wash their hands and sit at the table. It's the part of our day when politics seems the most distant. And yet the makeup of our kitchen table, the existence of my family, is just one example of something that was literally impossible as recently as 25 years ago, when an anxious teenager growing up in Indiana wondered if he would ever find belonging in this world. This kind of life went from impossible to possible, from possible to real, from real to almost ordinary in less than half a lifetime. But that didn't just happen. It was brought about through idealism and courage, through organizing and persuasion and storytelling, and yes, through politics, the right kind of politics. The kind of politics that can make an impossible dream into an everyday reality. I don't presume to know what it's like in your kitchen, but I know, as sure as I am standing here, that everything in it, the bills you pay at that table, the shape of the family that sits there, the fears and the dreams that you talk about late into the night there, all of it compels us to demand more from our politics than a rerun of some TV wrestling death match. So this November, we get to choose. We get to choose our president. We get to choose our policies, but most
You
of
receive
all,
loot, basically
we
beef
will
3.
choose a better
You receive loot, handful of smooth pebbles.
That one's way better.
That calls us to our better selves and offers us a better everyday. That is what Kamala Harris and Tim Walz represents. That is what Democrats represent. That is what awaits us when America decides to end Trump's politics of darkness once and for all. That is what we choose when we embrace the leaders who are out there building bridges and reject the ones who are out there banning books. This is what we will work for every day to November and beyond. So let's go win this. Thank you, Democrats. Thank you.
Seeing Governor Walz going to Congress and then becoming governor, I see the guy that was a first sergeant. I see a guy that's full of energy, always busy. And like you said, get enough time to sleep when you're dead.
I first met Governor Walz and Congressman Walz when I was transitioning.
There's good damage.
Going back to school.
There's good
really
damage.
Know what the experience was of those that were actually using the GI Bill and how it could be improved. It seemed to be a continuation of focus on improving the lives of veterans.
Governor Walz in our unit always would say his catchphrase was, "We'll get it done," and we always did.
The way I've seen him carry himself over the years in Congress and the way he works for veterans, there's no excuse making, there's no scapegoating, it's just accomplish the mission.
Governor Walz has been that way and always will be that way.
Having Governor Walz on the House Veteran Affairs Committee was instrumental in getting the post-9/11 GI Bill not only introduced, but also passed.
When Governor Walz wants change, it'll happen. Back to the Guard. We'll get it done.
Please welcome EGOT-winning multi-platinum artist and activist John Legend and Queen of Percussion Sheila E.
Oh my god.
Work one job and afford your rent. And Kamala Harris and Tim Walz will protect your freedom to start a family on your own terms. And if you ask me, that is something worth fighting for. So guys, let's do it. It's time. Let's nominate the next Vice President of the United States, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. And to take us there, and to take us there, please welcome
Speaker
to the
detected.
stage,
The High Speaker warned us about you.
Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Oh, it's Amy. I voted for him.
Okay. That was a warm-up act. On behalf of the great state of Minnesota, where purple reigns, I stand before you in support of our next Vice President, Tim Walz.
You receive loot, inert dust.
In Minnesota, we trust a coach who turned a team that was 0-27 into state champions. In Minnesota, we trust a hunter who has stood in a deer stand in 10-degree weather. In Minnesota, we trust a candidate who has made a viral video on how to change a burnt-out headlight. And I know we aren't alone, but in Minnesota, we love a dad in plaid. So Tim and I go way back. He taught high school right down the road from where my husband John grew up. My mother-in-law even brought him and Gwen a Parmesan chicken dinner when their son was born. That's what we do in America. We look out for our neighbors. Tim has been doing that his whole life, on the farm and in the factory, with his students and his fellow service members. And the truth is, that matters.
You receive loot, basically beefs 3.